Hey guys, how's it going? Eminem Gaming here, and today we're back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about a few rumors and speculations. I've made this video a few times. I went through different thoughts and different sort of stuff, and I want to give a big shout out. I mean, I don't have many subscribers, but I want to give a big shout out to two people who I've been chatting to in particular today about this situation, and I want to bring up some of the points that they mentioned as well. Do you know what I mean? So I want to, and that was Alpha Fox Warfare. She's really cool. I think she does YouTube, so check her out as well as her Twitter. And Infinity Game 16. I've mentioned him before, but I'm going to link both of these guys on my Twitter. So if you don't follow me on my Twitter, at least follow these guys in the link. But yeah, let's just talk about this. The rumored PlayStation 4.5 and upgradable hardware. What are Sony doing and all this sort of nonsense that you see. And there's a lot of fake outrage. There's a lot of people who, if it was Xbox or if it was Nintendo or if it was the PC, or the PC is doing it every 5 minutes, but if it was Nintendo or Xbox, they wouldn't be moaning. I'm just going to say that. They would not be complaining. But it works both ways. Of course, there's PlayStation guys that do exactly the same thing. So, I'm not having to go at anyone in particular. But we know certain groups of people will have a go at something just to have a go. So, it is what it is. But on a realistic standpoint, this is very interesting news, this PlayStation 4.5, this PlayStation 5, what is this going to be? To me, I feel it's just too early. I think it's just too early to be in getting a PlayStation 5, I think that's just a little bit too early. 5 to 6 years, so you're talking 2018 to 2019. That still leaves us 2 whole years in between now and then. So even earliest 2018 they launch it. It comes out. It's got all the bells and whistles on it. It's great. It's everything we ever wanted from the PlayStation 4, but better. Great. But I think 2018, 2019 is going to be around about the right time. 5 to 6 years. That's a traditional life cycle. The PS3 and the 360 were kind of like freaks when it comes to, not in a bad way, I thought they were fantastic systems, but they were, let's be honest, 9 to 10 years for a system is a long, long time. You're talking a long, long time. So for me, I feel that the PlayStation and the Xbox are going to last around about 5 to 6 years. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. We know PC gaming is constantly evolving, and you want your console to be as close as possible within a console gamer's price range to make it competitive and attractive to developers. We want a developer to think, I can make a great PlayStation 4 version of this and have the marketing version with marketing deal with Sony and or Xbox or whatever. I think that's very important, in my opinion. So I want to talk about what I think it will be. For me, I think it's exactly what I said in my E3 predictions video. So if you don't believe me, go check out that video. If you've watched that, you'll remember it. You know that I'm not lying. I said we're getting a PlayStation 4 Slim or a PlayStation 4.5 or whatever. I think it's going to be that. It may. What I think will happen is it will have. It will be obviously slimmer. It's a slim. It will be lower in production costs. They're gonna, lower the production costs. I believe they're gonna put a 4K, what's it called, guys? Like disk drive in it. Now, before you start saying, "Oh my God, the PlayStation 4 Slim's gonna have 4K gaming," no, it's not. No, it's not. It's gonna have 4K movies, like they're just gonna have that ready in there, so anyone who's got a 4K movie on their 4K TV can play it. For me, that's not that attractive because I don't have a 4K TV, but I can see the benefit to people who don't have a PlayStation 4. One, you've got a 4K TV, and I'm sure it looks beautiful, and you'd love to play your DVDs on your PlayStation 4. That's great. Obviously, you can play it, but not at the high quality that you want from a like $1,000 whatever, TV. So that's great. And also with a Slim, uh, reduce price of the hardware, meaning the savings are passed on to us, the consumers, and we're getting cheaper PS4s, more people on the PlayStation system, and I think that's great. With today, Xbox announcing kind of, not really, but yes, that it's $300, a lot of retailers now for a quote-unquote limited time, which means permanent. If you didn't know, with Xbox, they always say limited time, but it's not limited. It's $300 from now on. That's great. It's going to get more people on consoles. The PlayStation 4, I don't think needs to drop its price, but dropping a Slim makes sense. And if they say E3, look, the Slim's here and it'll be out the end of the year, and that's it. People are jumping to these wild conclusions that make absolutely no sense. I've heard that PlayStation 4 is too weak to run VR. Then how is it doing it? I've heard that it's running on this PlayStation 4.5, that Sony are lying to us, just like quote unquote lied about the camera. A lot of tinfoil hat wearing people out there. You know what I mean? Believing in a lot of a lot of crazy stuff. For me, I think, look at rigs. I say it over and over again. No one listens to me. They think I'm crazy. You know what I mean? So they ain't gonna listen to me. But I'm telling you the truth. You look at rigs. You look at Gran Turismo Sport. You look at Drive Club, and then you look at every single PlayStation 4 game, and every single PlayStation 4 game can run on VR at 1080p, at 60 frames per second. Am I the only one missing it? Or, again, it could be me, guys, I mean, again, I could be missing it. I could be this biased person. I don't know. But for me, if every game can run on it, I think the games look pretty good on PlayStation 4. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's just me and my opinion anyway. But the next thing I want to talk about is the possibility of the PlayStation 5. Now, I know it seems early, but really, like I said, 2018 is looking at the time. Again, that's 2 years away, but with research and, with the research, the development, the mass production that they would need to do to get it launch day, the games they'd have to develop for it, they'd have to contact Activision and Sega and Konami and all these people, and tell them that, yeah, we want games to be running on this PlayStation 5. So yeah, I think that'd be awesome to see. The very interesting thing is, Sony are talking about new hardware, and the Xbox are talking about upgrades. That's two completely different things. Hardware is what it is. What it is. You know what I mean? It's hardware. It's a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5. Hardware upgrades are just plug and play. Now, we already know that, basically it's down to the developers when we get these new systems. It could be a year, it could be 20 years. It depends on their comfortableness on the system, really. That's what depends on it. And we know Microsoft are moving towards upgradable Xbox Ones, and PlayStation 4 are moving towards the hardware, new hardware every like 4 or 5 years. That's pretty decent to me. What would I need from this PlayStation? For me, I'm not going to be sold on a PlayStation Slim. I think it's great. If you don't have a PlayStation 4, get the Slim. But I'm not personally going to get it because I ain't really got no point for it. You know what I mean? I've already got a PlayStation 4. I don't need it. I don't need this PlayStation 4 Slim. Do you know what I mean? But it's cool. It's cool to have a Slim. I always agree that they are awesome to have. They've had them since the PlayStation 1, so to not expect one now would be a bit strange. To me, Um, if it is a PlayStation 5, what I need, day one, The Last of Us 2 needs to happen, or God of War 4. Any of them, I'll be happy with, or more than happy with, that's for sure. Um, what else would I need? I'd need possibly. Now I wouldn't lose sleep over it because I'm not that big of a fan of backwards compatibility. I have it on the Xbox One. I don't use it, so bear that in mind. But I'd like it'd be cool to have backwards compatibility with PlayStation 4. Not all the way back to PS1, you know what I'm saying, but with PlayStation 4 and also PS2 emulation to still be there. Do you know what I mean? That would be awesome. I'd like a complete redesign. You know, I don't have a problem with the PlayStation 4's design. It's just a new system needs a new. To me, maybe I'm just stuck in my ways of gaming, but a new system needs a new design. It needs to be different. It can't just be the same design, in my opinion. Now we know they've got architects and all that who do brilliant jobs over there at PlayStation, so we don't have to worry about that. And yeah, it will just need games. It will just need 4K gaming. I think would sell it a lot to people. I think that's the big thing now. You know, TVs are 4K, and get this Ultra HD and this OLED and all this nonsense. I don't know what it means. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what it means, but all I do know is that that's the in thing now. This 4K and all that sort of stuff. High frame rate. That would be awesome. So basically what I'm saying is, guys, I don't like upgradable hardware. I don't. I just don't. I don't want it. And I was actually a bit, annoyed earlier when I made my video. I said, I'm not supporting upgradable hardware from Sony or Microsoft. I'm not accepting that. I think that's dodgy business practicing. You're kind of splitting your community in two with that. But we've had new consoles, 5-year generations for years, so that wouldn't bother me. That wouldn't bother me at all. But like I said, PlayStation 4 Slim, completely fine with. I won't get it because I have no need for it, but I'm completely fine with that. I wouldn't be annoyed. I wouldn't make a rant video because I almost did earlier when I thought it was upgradable because I was an idiot and didn't read the goddamn article. I did make a rant video then, and then I was like, let me just read this real quick, and then I talked to Infinity Games, and I talked to Alpha Fox, and I was like, oh, yeah, maybe I jumped the gun on this one a little bit too quick. But yeah, I think I can't really justify upgrading hardware, getting these boxes, plugging it in. I don't need it. I don't want it. Do you know what I mean? I just don't want that. There's a reason I'm not a PC gamer, because I spend damn well enough money to be one. Do you know what I mean? I'm buying a PlayStation VR headset. I've got a PS4. I got my brother, one. So I'm spending damn near enough money to get a good, at least 1080p, 60 FPS gaming rig. That's not the problem. I love my friends and everything that I've got on the PlayStation 4 at the moment. I don't have a ton, but I have the ones I have. I wouldn't, like Infinity Games and Jay Barry and all that. I wouldn't want to completely isolate myself from the PlayStation community, because I enjoy being on the PlayStation 4. But on the other hand, I want the simplicity of a gaming console, and that's really my thing. I couldn't condone this upgradable hardware. I feel like it's the death of a system. I feel like you don't have much confidence in the product you already have if you have to upgrade it. You're not really confident too much in it. And you may say, oh, that's a bit of a stretch, but was Sega that confident in its, systems? No. And that's why they're not around today. Well, they are, third-party publishing, but that's the point. They're not really around making consoles now. So for me, it needs to be, they just need to do it right. The PlayStation 5 is going to be very interesting. Actually, I could do a list video if you'd like to see it on what I'd want. Do you know what I mean? A full list, what I want and what I need. What I want is something like backwards compatibility, something I won't use but would be nice there. Something I need would be, I'd have to think, you know what I mean? Not on the spot, Jesus Christ, but Yeah, it's very interesting, guys. The future of gaming is scary. It's scary. It's also very exciting, and that's the way I like to look at it. I like to look at things in a glass half full sort of situation instead of looking at it like, oh god, PS4.5, I'm gonna be broke. I look at it like, hopefully it's a slim. If it's a new PS4, hopefully 2018, and hopefully they put 4K gaming and all this great stuff in. But I've got a question for you guys. I'm rambling on. Do you think it's going to be the slim like me? Do you think it's going to be a slim with the 4K disc reading sort of whatever? Like film DVDs reading. Would that be interesting to you personally if you're a big movie buff and you want a 4K DVD player but you don't want to get and you like gaming? Could that interest you at a $300 price tag? $250 to $300 price tag. Could that interest you in maybe joining the PlayStation family? Who would that interest you, or would you want a PlayStation 5 or 4.5 where you got 4K game and you got 120 frames per second and all this good stuff and pay through the roof because the prices of 4K gaming are at the probably highest, and they're going to go down in about 2 or 3 years. So the longer we wait in this generation, the more likely we get 4K gaming. Is why I want it to last a little bit longer, because I don't want to be paying like $1,000 for a powerful PC. I mean, any PC that runs 4K is powerful, but I don't know if I'm ready to spend that money. I mean, I'd find it, I'd find it, but it would be a stretch, especially with other things, more important things like bills and food, electric, and all that, all that sort of stuff. But I'm rambling now, guys. Let me know down below or on Twitter at MNMGaming2 what you think. Are you excited? Are you terrified about the future? Let me know what you think of gaming in general. If you've got any topics, let me know down below. And yeah. This has been M&M Gaming. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in a new video very soon.